How many kinds of people? 3 kinds of people. Desis, Arabs. No. How many kinds of people? People that aspire to do something for themselves, they have aspirations. People that aspire to do something for community. And then there's the third and probably the smallest minority of people. People that believe in an idea. People that believe that the spreading of an idea will make the world better. People that believe that that idea is so powerful that if people are inspired by that idea, it will manifest itself in ways that they themselves can't even imagine. There are people that believe that the power of an idea like justice. If people become a believer in, for example, the concept of justice, that if they do become a believer in it, they will become activists in their own way. I don't have to dictate how they become an activist. It'll manifest in its own way. This idea is powerful enough to make the world a better place, one step at a time. I may not see any change in the world as a result of the spreading of this idea, but it doesn't matter. It's like putting a seed in the ground and you're watering it. You don't see anything for a while, but you know something's happening underground. And when that tree does come out, it'll be far more powerful than a twig or a blade of grass. It'll be a tree. It'll be something substantial. And substantial trees take a while to develop the roots before they come out and really become strong, so they understand that they will live by this idea even if they don't see its manifestation. They understand this journey is long. And they understand that the gauge of success is not what they see with their eyes. It's not going to be what they see with their eyes. This is the smallest minority of people. And I'll give you the case study of these people. These are prophets of Allah. Alayhimu salatu wassalam. They were inspired with the idea, with the knowledge that God is one. La ilaha illallah. And that iman is supposed to lead human beings to hold themselves to a higher ethical character. And they're ready to deliver this message to as many people as possible in their lifetime, and even if they don't see any change. If you were, for example, to ask, when in sales they have sales reports, right? I'm the CEO of an organization, and I know what sales reports are like, or progress reports, and metrics and marketing and things like that, right? So you have a 6-month marker, a 3-month marker, a year marker. How are we moving? There's a chart of growth. If you were to have a sales report for Nuh alayhi salam, year after year, so how many people became Muslim? Right? 950 years. 900 years he's working at these people. How many people became Muslim? It's a flat line. It's a flat, and there's a little bump over there, and then it goes flat line again for another 100 years. It's a really bad sales report. There's no progress at all. If you look at the Prophet's own life, sallallahu alayhi wasallam, the messenger of Islam, Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, and you look at the first 10 years, 12 years of his work in Makkah, you can possibly argue from a visible standpoint, there's what, 100 people? People you can count easily? And what progress has been made? Things have gotten worse and worse and worse for Muslims as the years go by. But you know what it is? These prophets are inspired and committed to the idea of spreading something they know will bring good, even if it's a seed buried into the ground. And they're ready to give themselves for that idea. And they know that now what are the other 2 aspects of success that I talked about? It was for yourself, right? It was for yourself, and it was for your community. They understood that if you instill this idea, then people will have the right definition of what it means to have success for themselves, and they will have the right definition of what it means to have success for your community. It is the right idea that will shape all other areas of success. And people will really become successful then. They'll really understand how to see the world properly. It's a beautiful thing, this mission of the prophets. It's such a difficult thing though. It's so difficult. Because the idea that they came with is not a simple philosophy. It's not just a set of ideas that you can accept. I say, I accept these ideas, they make sense to me, and that's it. That's the end of it. It's not like that. These ideas are, and I don't like to use the word radical, but they demand a huge transformation on behalf of a person. Not just in how they think but rather how they plan their life, how they're going to live their life. The idea here is the ultimate success for you is to make your creator, your master, the one who loves you more than anyone else can ever love you, the one who cares for you more than anyone else can ever care for you, to make him happy with you is the ultimate success. And every other success you vie for in this world better submit to that idea. So your career goals should submit to that idea. Would my master be happy with this? Would he be happy with this? Would he want this for me? And even if I want something for myself, and I'm not a person who doesn't want something for myself, and you're not someone who doesn't want something for themselves. We all want things for ourselves. You know, I want things for myself, I want things for my children, I want things for my parents. I want those things for them. But whatever I want for them, it's like I go back and say, well, if I want this for them, how can I make sure that they understand that this thing I want, like I want to buy my child a toy, right? Or I want to buy my parents a house, or something like that. How can I make sure that they never see that the house itself is success? That's not success. The house is just a means by which they can live comfortably so they can serve Allah more. Because none of the things we have here are the reasons for which we're here. These are just means to a larger end. And the larger end is the pleasure of Allah. This is a very powerful concept. I know it sounds, easy, I want to please Allah, that's it. No. It's actually quite transformational. That actually means that if you are going to become, and some of you are going to go to med school students, show of hands? A few of you, okay. So you guys you're not just going to become physicians. You should be CEOs of hospitals. Why not? You should be running things. You should have networks of clinics that you're in charge of. You're going to get there. And when you get there, you don't say, well, I've accomplished a lot. Actually, no, I accomplished this so I can do something for Allah. I accomplished this. This was not the success. This was just what I wanted to enable, give myself more and more capability so that I can put it to work for Allah. I didn't become this way for my own sake. There are people, as an interesting example, and this is something the Muslim world is facing and suffering from. And we're not alone in this, but I'd like to beat up on ourselves first. We have this extreme problem of selfishness and self-absorption. I'm Pakistani from descent. I know some things about Pakistani society, just to give you an example. In Pakistani society, if somebody is up and coming, if somebody is becoming successful, then people around him want nothing more than for his success to disappear. They can't wait for him to be torn down. It's just a thing. It's just a cultural thing. And successful societies, you know what they do? They take failures and they keep encouraging them until they become successes. And what do some Muslim societies do? They take successes and they keep tearing them down until they become failures. Right? They can't see other people coming up. Why? Because there's this thing, if I can't have it, why should he? Everybody's out for themselves. Politicians in the Muslim world, business people in the Muslim world, cheating the monies of people. Corruption at rampant levels, all because of what? Because if there is some good coming, it better come which way? My way. And if it comes my way, it's not because I will do something else with it, no, it's for myself. It is for myself. I will amass so much wealth, stealing from the taxes, stealing from the monies of the poor, and I will make so many mansions and I'll buy entire islands. I will do that not because I can even if I spend 10 minutes in every room I own, I won't be able to see all my rooms that I own, all the properties that I own, but that doesn't matter. I'm just here for me.